Hi folks, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going over to Rivington once again, and this is a collaboration with State of Kind Brew Co, who are, I can't remember specifically where it is, but it's just outside of like the main part of Wigan, and it's a brewery that I've wanted to try for a while, but I've never really had like the opportunity to go to the tap room. So picked this up from Northern Beer Temple, and when I was placing my order, I picked up a can of this from a good friend Adam. That was first and foremost. And when I saw that it was State of Kind Brew Co involved, I thought, do you know what? I'll give that a try. And I picked up, what was it? I picked up a can of the Last by the Pool New England IPA as well. So you'll be seeing a review of that at some point. They did have a couple of other beers there, but I'll quite limited on how much I can spend on beer at the moment, so it was a nice steady little haul, but it is what it is. So first and foremost, link down below to Northern Beer Temple. So this is a double dry hopped IPA, clocking in at 6.6% ABV. Quickly put this light on. Would actually make the video a little bit more better. Hopped with Nectaron, Strata and Comet for this double dry hopped IPA State of Kind. We have upped our chloride levels, increased the amount of wheat, and added spelt to the grist. So there we go. Big fan. There we are. I'm just going to keep this light on now. It looks infinitely better, doesn't it, really? I'm not sure how that's going to affect the overall sort of playback. Not that, I'm really good at quality control on the channel, but it is what it is. And what it is what it is. So got my Rivington glass. This was part of the Evil Dead series that they did. And yeah, I'm really excited to try a bit of State of Kind as well. So let's see what they get. Plus they've got really good merch. They've got a really nice sweatshirt with that simple, is it Arial font logo, and it just looks proper smart. So when I do eventually get to the tap room, I shall have to pick up some merch as well. I think me and Adam have been talking about making a trip or making a day of it so we can go to other places. Anyway, you're not here to hear me ramble like that. You hear me to ramble incoherently about a beer. And what a lovely looking beer indeed. Exactly what you'd expect from a contemporary double dry hopped IPA. It's almost got like a cloudy lemon juice look to it. It's not like bright, bold and vibrant, but it's definitely a nice pale, almost chalky looking haze bomb, juice bomb, doesn't matter. But yeah, and a nice sort of like thin lining of head there as well. There we go, looking very nice indeed. And of course, put too much in my glass for me to give it a swivel, so I'll just get my nose in. Oh, that's very nice. It's made me want to go into a hushed tone, almost like a Bob off Old Grey Whistle Test. Nice. But yeah, that's a really nice smelling beer, man. Review over. It's a nice smelling beer. It's got this really nice, vibrant, citrusy sort of aroma. It's got a nice level of sweetness to it. It's very gentle but aromatic at the same time. I can't put into words what the aroma's like. It's what you expect from a soft, sweet, hazy IPA, obviously. But there's almost like these sweet berry-like characters coming through, which are really, really satisfying and inviting and gentle. And it's gonna welcome you in with open arms, give you a cuddle, sit you down by the fire, and they're gonna make sure that you're gonna be tret right. There we go. I can take the piss out of various accents from Lancashire because I do have Wigan blood in me, so. Oh, it just smells so nice. It's got this. Do you know what it reminds me of? When you open up a pack of Tutti Fruities. Not the German late night game show. But it's just so inviting. Yeah, it's got that sort of like confectionery Tutti Fruities. And I've not had Tutti Fruities. Well, I've not had Tutti Frutti for quite a long time, to be honest. I've not had Tutti Fruities for a good number of years, but that's what I instantly think of. Anyway, I've spent way too long giving you very little information on what this beer smells like, so I'll do exactly the same with what the beer tastes like. Cheers. Can't believe I've got so many subscribers when I produce content like this on a regular basis. Cheers all. The keen-eyed among you could have clearly seen that I almost missed the glass there on the first taste, but it's got an almost... I don't know when this was brewed. I think it was new in. Best before is the 14th of June this year. Not sure when it was brewed on, but it tastes a little green actually. Excuse me. Yeah, it gives you the impression that you could have left this maybe a little bit longer. By the time this video gets uploaded, it will have become a faded mess because of my upload schedule. He's making more references like that. It's getting boring. But yeah, it's got a little bit of a greenness on the back end, a little bit of a slight hot burn. It's there, but it does not take away from the beer at all. It's definitely got like a danky, savoury, oniony, garlicky, ever so subtly, how many other words can I end with L-Y? Lee. That was a good joke, that, Peter. I like that. Not many people will appreciate that one, but in time they will. And I completely forgot what I just said in that last 30 seconds. Like, it's literally gone. So I don't know what point I was trying to make then. Oh yeah, oniony, garlicky. There we go. It always comes back. It always comes back. Phone call coming through. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt the phone while I'm recording. And because I'm not going to answer, I'll probably get a barrage of insulting messages. Call me a blanking cunt. Which this person likes to message me on a regular basis. But yeah, there's that sort of like musty green carrots to it. Almost got like a grape musk element. Kind of reminds me of now he's just saying all the time. Kind of reminds me almost of like a Nelson sort of aftertaste. Lovely body to it. And yeah, I mean, we all know that Rivington are producing not just absolutely spectacular beers, but their pale beers are really, really good. And it's good that they've given a new brewery like State of Kind an opportunity to do a collab. Because let's face it, they're a new brewery right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, there's a lot of breweries suffering, a lot of bars suffering. The whole industry is suffering really, and not just the beer side of things, but I think, obviously, as a beer lover, those stories get shared a lot more than other sectors within the hospitality industry. But the industry itself, coming off a very treacherous and uncertain 2 years, unfortunately, as much as many of those places, pardon me, many of those places have sort of like rode the wave of the pandemic and lockdowns and stuff, there are some who are now in a position where they're having to close. So it just gets that brewery out there a little bit more. And I think they've got a web shop where you can buy beers direct. So, you know, it's a very questionable time, or uncertain time, for breweries to start operating and opening. And as I said, many companies, not just within the hospitality sector, just in general. You know, we're in a bit of an economic crisis as well. So, you know, there's a lot of factors that go against stuff like this. Because, you know, they're not really necessities. They're not day-to-day products, although day-to-day products are going up. I mean, look at the prices of eggs. Even though if you actually go to the farmer, you'll get them uber fresh and a lot of the time at a much cheaper price, because let's face it, the supermarkets, why are we talking about supermarkets? The supermarkets dictate how much they'll buy. So, you know, what I want to say is it's a very risky time for a company like State of Kind Brew Co. And fingers crossed, you know, they make a good effort for it. Hopefully they'll, you know, see this very uncertain time through. And, you know, it's another option for that part of the northwest, you know, like the Wigan, Greater Manchester area. Because let's face it, a lot of the time you'll just go straight to Manchester and go to the likes of Track, Cloudwater, but you know, there's a potential that Cloudwater could cease to exist. So you know what I mean? It's great to see places in and around Wigan. Or you can put this into your local area as well. It's just great to see these places popping up, and fingers crossed they'll be here for a hell of a long time, and especially if they're churning out some beers like this. I mean, of course, you've got to take into consideration this is a collaboration brew brewed at a different brewery. I think I can focus on State of Kind a little bit because we talked about, I was going to say Torside then. Another fantastic brew. I had a lovely, lovely mild that they brewed for the Beer Shed's birthday, which I think they do annually. That was fantastic. I mean, I went off on a very similar tangent like this in that review. Not that way. It might be that way, but I think it's that way. If you're looking at YouTube on Xbox or a TV, then you know it might be there, might be there, might be there, it might be there, or it might not be recommended at all, because YouTube's algorithm is, well, YouTube itself. You shouldn't bite the hand that feeds you, but it's not feeding me. Although I was making money on YouTube for other things at one time, but with how YouTube changes, it works against, you know, the relatively, well, I'm not relatively small, I'm a tiny channel, so it'll always work against channels like that. What am I saying? I don't know, but yeah, it's good to finally try State of Kind Brewing or Brew Co. Looking forward to that can that I've got in the fridge, so I can really get a sense of what they can do. Although, of course, they're having it canned by someone else, so you've got to put that into effect as well. Because sometimes if you've got bad cans, you can't always just blame that brewery. You know, sometimes you can't always just blame the company that they use or the other brewery that they use to can their beers. You know, there's so many things you have to take into consideration. I'm being very ethical right now and industry conscious. And I've not even said the name of the beer. And I think this was a beer that was named after or aimed at me, and you've underwhelmed me as a person. I do get that a lot, but it hurts more when you hear the words "you've underwhelmed me as a lover," which is it's never a good place to be in, is it really? Why? Anyway, good acting that one, yeah. So yeah, this was you've underwhelmed me as a person. This beer certainly hasn't underwhelmed me. That didn't sound right at all. Didn't sound like that was proper English, but anyway, I digress. 6.6% double dry hopped IPA. I've never had a beer with nectar on in. Sounds like a planet or a death ship from a sci-fi series. We must travel to the planet of Nectaron and meet the Lord of Darkness. But yeah, far from underwhelming. Another fantastic beer with Rivington's name on it, and quite an introduction to State of Kind as well. I'll probably upload this on the same day as the State of Kind review, so I don't know if I'll upload that first. Don't know if I'll upload this first. Don't even know if don't even know if I'll upload them on the same day. We shall see. Don't tempt fate. Be careful what you ask for. Let's be careful what you wish for, but yeah, whatever. That'd be a good name for a beer, wouldn't it? Be careful what you wish for. But yeah, a beer that summarises me, but actually delivers, unlike me. I think people, because of how self-deprecating I can be, will probably think, God, he's just such a sad person, isn't he, really? Like, on a fundamental level, he's just a sad, vulnerable husk of a human. And they might be right. Who knows? It's not a cry for help, I swear. I'm not lonely. I've been watching too much Limmy. Anyway, fantastic beer. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. I've got loads of Rivington beers on the channel. One of my favourite breweries. Links to both breweries included in the description. And of course, a link to Northern Beer Temple. As I always say, I don't go in there enough to show my support. And I always say this, if you're ever travelling through Wigan or you need to go to Wigan, and I say this as someone who lives in Skelmersdale, there's not really too many reasons to go to Wigan, and there's definitely a hell of a lot more reasons to go to Wigan than there is to Skelmersdale. But yeah, if you ever passing through or you find yourself in Wigan town centre, you've got some fantastic pubs and bars to go to. A little bit awkward to get to from Wigan town centre. You can go to State of Kind Brew Co. But of course, pop in to Northern Beer Temple and pick up some beers, because John's a lovely guy, and I picked up some nice beers on the last visit. Anyway, this has gone on for way too long enough. I've got my brothers playing a gig at the E-Rooms tonight, so I need to start getting ready for that. I've not eaten, so if I drink, I'll just feel like a dead horse tomorrow. Unfortunately, I never get flogged the next day, and that's probably where my insecurities and see you guys later.